17-year-old made $2 million a month frying chestnuts. How did he do it? He came to the side of the road to see a grandfather in the soaking chestnuts. He asked the grandfather why soaking. The master told him so that he can distinguish between good and bad. Floating is bad, sinking in the water is good. He quickly took notes down. When he smelled another family's chestnuts, he asked what kind of stone was used for frying them, and the ant told him pebbles. He bought chestnuts from someone else's house when no one was looking. He immediately sneaked a taste of their ingredients and returned home to follow suit. He took the best of all worlds and developed his own secret recipe. Soon his chestnuts were so sweet and flavorful that the whole family raved about them. The next key was to rent a stall in the mall where not only was there a lot of traffic, but also precise food buyers, because he had to attend classes during the day. He left the business to his housekeeper. He thought it would sell like hotcakes, but the reality was brutal. The first day's profit wasn't even enough to pay the electricity bill. Soon he realized that all the other owners were shouting, so he asked the butler to learn how to solicit customers. But the next day he didn't even sell a single box. What should he do? David took action. He had never sold anything before, so he wanted to see what others were doing. When he arrived at the market, he saw the clothes sellers were having a sale and he quickly took notes. But the most fascinating thing to him was the constant stream of people collecting donations outside the toilets. It was the perfect location for the collection. He quickly jotted down 2 more words: the location. David quickly ran back to the mall and moved it to the entrance of the mall at a high price with the right promotion, and sure enough, the next day business was booming with bags and bags of chestnuts. But just when business was picking up, he received a notice from the mall to leave the mall. It turned out that the fumes from the machines were so strong that the mall ceiling was blackened, and if he couldn't fix the problem, he would have to leave the mall. David had to do the painting himself, but at this time he learned the bad news of his family. His father went bankrupt and the family decided to move to China. But he was in the middle of his career. He did not want to leave. He insisted on staying. But the problem with the fumes never went away and the mall decided to take away his stall. David's business failed again and he was so depressed that he hugged his girlfriend and cried. Inadvertently he ate the seaweed that his girlfriend brought from abroad, so delicious that he could not stop. A new idea was born again. He wanted to fry seaweed. He immediately spent all his savings to buy 10 boxes of seaweed. But no matter how to fry the bitter and astringent taste in the mouth, the idea was to help his family make money to pay off their debts. But after hundreds of experiments, the seaweed was used up and still didn't have the flavor he wanted. David had to sell his favorite computers and game consoles in exchange for the last 5 boxes of seaweed.